The next part is manual speech section. And the first one, S. No, sorry. S at evaluator mode. Yeah. Welcome.
Good evening, everyone.
Hi.
As evaluator, and before and after I know him, yes, and I met two exciting situations. At first, I met him is we played the 3x3 at the basketball court, and we have a great time. And after I met her in the hospital, met him. Oh. And we have an outing, and he ride a bicycle to Yes, I think it's very exciting. I risk my life in danger. So, but I think he's a very kind of friend to his friend. Yes, and this welcome to introduce himself.
Okay, good evening everyone. Today I want to introduce myself. My topic is the best advice I have gotten. It was my grandmother who taught me a lesson in friendship that I have never forgotten. Over the course of my life, I have come to know a lot of non acquaintances. Despite this, there are only a few people whom I consider to be my true friend. Interestingly, one of very good friends today is someone I almost totally rejected when I first met. It was the second semester of my freshman year at senior high school, when I first encountered Mike as a newcomer to our class. Mike was quite an unassuming and nobody paid more attention to him, like my other classmates. I hardly bothered talking to him. One evening, I casually mentioned this to my family over a meal. I was shocked when my grandmother gave me a hard look. I still remember her relentless eyes and stern look, which first made me aware I might have done something wrong. My grandmother said that we were very cruel and unfair to treat the newcomer like this, and that I should be more human and understanding toward everyone. Never judge a person by appearances. The only way of knowing people is to exchange ideas with them, she added. Suddenly, my ignorance struck me as a bolt of lightning, and the first thing I did the next day was introduce myself to Mike. Surprisingly, he turned it out to be a very outgoing and friendly person. I had the time of my life talking to him. Gradually, we became very good friends. Moreover, Mike has stood by me during all my ups and downs, and I have come to treasure him the most among all my friends ever since then. I have kept my grandmother's word in my mind, and I realize how fortunate I am to have followed her advice. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, S. And now finish. You will finish it on the break time. Okay, the next one is speaker is Ina, and her evaluator is
Okay, good evening. Yeah, it's me again. Today I'm the evaluator of Ina. As you know, her pronunciation is very well, so yeah, let's welcome her later. Yeah, before that, she used to major in English department and now is in counseling and clinical psychology. That's why her pronunciation is such good. And I remember Steve said that her voice is kind of melody, so you can listen to her voice clearly, then you will feel like in a heaven. That is a great experience. So let's enjoy the speech of Ina.
Hi guys.
Hi.
Now, if you think you are an introvert, please raise your hand. Okay, I'll say I am an introvert. Whenever I say this to my friends, they all just burst into laughter, and I'll say, "This is the funniest joke I've ever heard." Is that so really funny? I'm not joking, I'm serious. In elementary school, I was a girl who was really quiet and was always involved in my little stuff, in my small space, and I made friends only when people actively talked to me. And when my relatives came to my home and visit my family, my mom would ask me to call their names, like their titles, and say hello to them, like hello Uncle John, hello Grandpa, or something. Due to Chinese culture, we have to call their titles, but I don't get it. Why do we have to call their titles? Can't we just be quiet? When you came in, you saw I'm here, and I saw you're there. What's the problem? Why do you have to say hello? I know it's more polite to greet others, so why can't I just say hi? And my sister, my elder sister, who is an extrovert, she did that. She called their titles with energy and very naturally. But I did that only after my mom asked me to. And in high school, most students, including me, they envy those who can stand on the stage or can stand in front of the classroom presenting their thoughts confidently and comfortably. And especially, we envy those who are surrounded by many friends. We envy those who are popular. So, but I think I have many friends, but it doesn't look like that. I mostly keep contact with my friends privately, and I intend to go out, hang out with only 2 to 3 friends instead of a large group of people. Sometimes, however, precisely said, before understanding and accepting as I am an introvert, I like to be the center of people's attention. I admit that now I do, and this makes me nervous and exciting, and I like to tell jokes and stories. Now I think I'm a good storyteller, and that's good. Well, I did something. I trained myself to achieve that. I made myself more active, and I hide myself from being too quiet, and I magnified the most humorous and energetic part of me. But it only works a little bit. That is, I failed. Fortunately, I am an humorous and energetic person, but you can only see that when you are my good friends and when I feel comfortable, safe, and confident. So next time, if you see an introvert, just don't think they are quiet or boring or timid. You can politely and carefully go into their world, and you'll find that they are very interesting. They are all very good friends to make. Thank you.
nobody wants to believe me. You can do later. The next one is speaker is Kiki. Evaluator is Abby.
Hi, good morning. Oh, good evening. As you know, Kiki majors psychology, and she's very funny and a little bit ridiculous. And she has a bobble head, so she always shaking her head. Yeah, but she is very kind and warm and interesting. So let's see how she deliver her favorite things, honey. Yay!
Hello everyone.
Hi.
I think Abby described me as a terrible monster.
No.
So you don't need to afraid of me. Today I want to talk about honey. It's because I really love sweet things and I like to eat cakes and candies. So I will found honey because of it can replace sugar perfectly, because honey is very good for our health. So today I want to introduce how honey made and what honey do for our health. The first one is honey was made by bee, everyone knows. But when the beekeeper want to collect the honey, it was a very hard work, because when bee comes, when they are living their life happily, they go to work every day and use their very thin and long tongue to suck the pollen and nectar. Pollen and nectar is the sperm in flower. So they suck their nectar and pollen into their stomach. And you may be surprised, what? In their stomach? Maybe it's just like the coffee that was very famous because of the nectar have some chemical process in their stomach and made the nectar introvert to honey. So what is the difference between nectar and honey? Nectar, it contains about 80% of water, which it can be contained in the air too long, and you will can eat suddenly. So when bee they store the nectar in their stomach, they will have a process about half an hour and drop it down to the beehive. Do you know beehive? The house of bee, yes. And when they drop the honey into beehive, there was lots of water and many good things. So bees will fan their wings to evaporate water out and let the honey be about 14 to 18% of water. So it's the great honey that will contain for a long time. Once upon a ago, maybe you heard about the Alexander of Great. No, he's a king in the ancient time, and his body was stored by honey, in part of honey, and the honey from his death to now can eat still. It's very surprising and amazing thing that honey can be stored for hundreds of years. So it shows the advantage of honey that
good things will last long. And and honey has also have another good advantage is healing the wounds and burns. When you get hurt, you can use some honey on your wounds, and your wounds will be soon recover. So honey was a very expensive thing in the ancient Egypt time. Now honey is everywhere, but they are mostly not the good one, because some beekeeper will add some water or sugar into it. So you will wonder, what is the true honey? The true honey is when you drop on one tissue paper and it won't spread it out. The honey will keep the circle side, and it tastes a little bit sour, like you are eating some grapes outside. So when sometime you go out and find some honey cane, you can test it and try it. And about the health benefit to our body is honey can beauty our skin and make us out of heart disease, because inside the honey have many vitamin and some kind of protein that can decrease our risk of getting heart attack. But you may think honey is so good. How about we all eat honey from when we are a child till we are adult, and we will always be so beautiful and young? But it's wrong, because in the honey they have some botulism, which is 肉毒杆菌 in Chinese, and it may hurt baby's immune system and make baby paralyzed. So when you have a baby under 1 year half, they can have honey. But after 1 year half, they can have honey one day about a cup, and it will increase the baby's health and make them more proteins to protect their body. So I recommend everyone to drink honey someday, and it's a good replacement to replace sugar and some sweet things. Thank you.
Thank you, Kiki. And I like honey, but the bee is so dangerous. I'm so scared of the bee. And now it's the feedback time. We can finish it later. The next part is evaluation section. And the first evaluator is Ting.
Hi.
Hi.
So I'm the as evaluator. I know that maybe most people have known the point to deliver one speech, but maybe a few people is not very clear. So I want you to just see the paper and we look at the C1 speech. The first point is to begin the speaking before an audience. And what is the speech? And you have to, I think, you have to, the best skill is you have to see your audience to deliver what you want to talk. Use your gesture, use your eye contact. But when I see the S speech, I think you didn't use this best skill. I think just watch your paper and keep reading. I think it's very fast, very fast. I can listen it very clear. So I think you have to think more about it. the second part, I think it's very important to deliver a speech. You have to including the opening, consent, and the conclusion. And I think you did a good job because you in the first you say your grandma told you this lesson in the friendship, and your topic is the best advice I have gotten, right? I think it's very appropriate. So I think you did a good job, and the content is very good too. So in this part, I think you really did a good job. So this is my suggestion, and I look forward to your second speech. Yes.
Thank you, Ting. And the next evaluator is Sean.
Okay. First, congratulations, Ina. You finished your second speech in the last meeting. And yeah, that's good. Yeah, and I admire many things, so I took it, deliver it one by one. I think the first one, you choose a really good topic and outline, and this topic is really close to everybody because everybody have personality, and we must be introvert or extrovert. So this topic really can arouse our attention and make us focus on this. As a C2 speech, this is a very good choice. And second one, I think your message were clear, and you use many good words in your speech. You find some alternatives in the same meaning. You are not just say the same things in the same word. You will change it, and that is very good. And because you change the words and you use the many sentences to try to deliver your ideas, and you make your speech really persuasive. We can get the idea very clear. Yeah, I don't know how to use the alternative. Maybe you have to teach me. Yeah, so you persuade us that we really believe that you are introvert, but you are not boring, kind of this. Yeah, and I heard one very good sentence that you said you always hang out with friends, just 2 or 3 friends, instead of a troop of people. Yeah, I think you use more words to describe your sentence, like a troop of people. I think that is a very good way to make your speech lively. I'll try. Troop.
I said a large group of people.
Sorry. Okay. My ear is not good. Yeah. Okay. And I think your presentation, you use very good body language, and you use some transition in your tongue, so make your speech sounds lively. Okay, lively. Yeah, and between the speech you have many good transition. You can make your speech had a good opening, like asking question to us, let us think about this. Then in the end, you make a conclusion. You say that introvert is not equal to blah 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 blah, something we thought before. And I have some humble suggestion. Okay, like you use too many R's in your speech, and when you forget something, that's fine, but you don't try not to show it. You can just take a pause about 2 or 3 seconds. Try not to show it. Yeah, and your body language can be more apparent. Let us really get the point what you want to convey by your body. And sorry, how much time is spent? She spent.
And 4 seconds.
Yeah, I'm qualified. Okay, thank you.
Next is evaluator.
Hello.
Hello.
Okay, and at first, congratulations. understand a lot of knowledge about honey, but because the goal of C5 speech is your body speaks, so I think honey is a not so good topic to express your gestures. So maybe next time you can choose another topic before you want to deliver some speeches. And I noticed that you want to do some body language, but you did too small. Like you do this. I don't know what is that. And you always do some movement beside your wrist. So you like this. I don't know. Maybe you can do more bigger. And sometimes maybe you are too nervous. So you're always looking at this high, not to audience. So maybe I think you are too nervous, right?
Yes.
And but when you talk about everywhere, you will do like this. I think it's good. And from your speech, I can understand you really want to be a mother because you say you can give honey to your baby for 1.5 years, right? And from the goals of C5, facial expression, I think you did a good job. You always smile. And your message, you can achieve your purpose and make your body language smooth and natural, just like you talk to audience. Okay. But maybe you need to notice your organization because the opening and the conclusion is a little bit weak. Okay, thank you.
Okay, this time is the timer and outcome.